Shout out to APO. Y'all see it. Happy Founders Day, guys. Calvin Johnson, Rosby Somerville, Nikita, Erica Daphne, Brian Benz, Omni Kelly, who else? I don't want to forget nobody. Dang. It's a lot of y'all. It's just a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. But happy Founders Day. If I missed your name, charge it to my head, not to my heart. Antoine. But all the APO people, happy Founders Day. This one's for y'all. It's actually a pretty good one right here. Now, if you're wondering why I'm playing Breathe, is because, first of all, it's APO Founders Day, and it took me back to 2004, 2005 Cato music, and we used to be bumping in there, and this was one of the songs. Secondly, I had to catch my breath after Disney dropped all this news on us last Thursday. It was the day after my live, so sorry about that. On all the news, y'all should be caught up, but if not, we're gonna go over a few highlights of Investors Day and give y'all exactly what they were talking about and what's going to be dropping in the very near future. I think a lot of y'all are going to be very happy with that, and then we'll go from there. Of course, talking about the regular, the Mandolorian new episode just dropped Friday, and then we have Power, Book 2 Ghosts actually drop on Sunday, so we'll be talking about that, and then we'll talk about a little bit of Warner Brothers stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here, okay? Waiting for a few more people to get in here, and then we'll get into it. On this twist out thing, man, I done did something with the fro, man, finally. So we're gonna see how this turn out. Alright, let's get into this. So, just in case, I'm going to actually start off a little bit different today because it's so much Disney related news, Disney / Sony / Marvel. It's so much / Lucasfilms. So much of that news. I'm actually going to do that last, and I'm going to go ahead and discuss the episodes first. So, first and foremost, we got Power, Book 2 Ghosts, which I think this episode was a really good episode. It showed Sax kind of flex he can actually be a pretty decent lawyer when he wants to. It also showed Method Man actually having a little bit more than just that mundane type of feel to him. I liked his tone in this one. Tyreek again has impressed me. If you've seen my status, like I said, I don't care what people got to say about Tyreek in the original Power, but as of right now, he's one of the better developed characters across media, period. At this point, you can see a lot of his traits from Kanan. You can see a lot of his traits from his dad. Thinking ahead, being smart, even to the point where he has to take a small L here in order to advance himself later. He's not selfish in the fact that he doesn't think ahead. So he definitely thinks ahead. He definitely is on his toes at all time. And man, Tyreek is definitely developing into one of my favorite characters all over. He's basically his dad overall. He's basically, to me, he is definitely his dad. I think he's gonna actually end up being a pretty good character. I don't know how he's gonna get out of this whole jail thing that they're trying to set him up for, but it's gonna be interesting to see. So check this out. So what ended up happening in the episode is you actually had Tyreek and his friend actually kind of getting into it because he keeps having he keeps having Sax's niece in the room with him, and Tariq don't like her being in there. And Tariq actually finds out that it's Sax's niece in this episode. He didn't know beforehand. He didn't know the connection. And basically, what he did was he set up his friend's brother to go ahead and let him know. What's up, Jensen? Appreciate you popping through. This is the drink for the day. Shout out to APO. But yeah, so basically now Tariq made the connection of why she keeps being around, and he actually set up his friend's brother to go ahead and let him know, hey, he tried to sleep with Tariq. She tried to sleep with Tariq, this, that, and the other, and now she has broken up. She actually got broken up with by Tariq's friend, his roommate. So now she's kind of out the way for right now, but we'll see what ends up happening later on, man. Because she's a little bit determined, and I think she really does like Tariq's roommate. But we'll see. We'll definitely see how that turns out. But right now, Tariq has all his pieces in play as far as he has Mary J. Blige's character trust. What's up, cuz? What's up? What's up, Nisha? I see you. Y'all make sure y'all share the video. I appreciate it. But basically, he has the trust of Mary J. Blige's character. He also has his friend on his side. He doesn't have to contend with that anymore. Kane, for right now, is... this is a shout out to APO. This is a lemon lime mix right here. So I made this for them, you know, the blue and gold. It's their Founders Day. This what I'm drinking on right now. I'll put it in the description later on what's in here, okay? But yeah, so Tariq has moved all his chess pieces in play right now. He's kind of figuring out the underlying thing. The only thing he doesn't know is what's going on with how Sax and his lawyer that he hired for his mom, how they're kind of conspiring against him to get Tasha off, but to put him in jail. So, actually, speaking of, Sax put Paz on the stand, which is Angela's sister. Of course, that was Ghost's mistress. Put her on the stand and basically made her look real stupid up there. He did her dirty. But the good news is Method Man is no slouch himself. He definitely came back and kind of made it seem like it's kind of on the level thing. But Tasha was really kind of confused because she thought she was definitely in trouble, and for all intents and purposes, the way Sax set it up, she was definitely in trouble. If Method Man was any less of a lawyer, she would definitely be in trouble. So we had that go down. Kane is definitely distrusting of his mom and his dad right now. And his mom actually had his back. She was like, "Don't you ever put your hands on my son again," basically. And while, you know, his dad was trying to teach him a lesson or whatnot in the last episode, if y'all seen that. But yeah, Kane is definitely a hothead. He's definitely off the leash right now, and he's trying to pull in. What's up, guys? What's up? I feel like he's trying to pull in the police officer that Mary J. Blige's character is sleeping with. He's trying to pull her pull him into the fray on his side. So we're gonna see. Even though Tariq is right now on the upside of everything, he does have Sax and his lawyer, or the lawyer that he hired, working against him, and he does have to contend with what's gonna be happening with Kane later on. So we'll see exactly how that plays out. I think this was a really good episode. What's up, Danielle? What's up? Special birthday shout out to you. I gave you a shout out last week, but I don't know if you saw it, so special birthday shout out to you. But yeah, I'm honestly wondering how this is gonna play against him, because everything is kind of lining up, but we have a few side things that are kind of working against Tariq. So that's gonna be interesting. So Alpha Power, on to the Mandalorian. I know I normally do this at the end, but I got a lot of Disney news and a lot of movie news, so we're gonna put that at the end. The Mandalorian was a very good episode. It definitely paralleled last season, how last season ended. As a matter of fact, the Mandalorian sent Moff Gideon a message that was pretty much what Moff Gideon said to him last season, as far as, you have something, and you don't know how important it is to me. And basically, at this point, we do know that Grogu is like almost like an adopted son to the Mandalorian. He's very important to him. So, I mean, we know the Mandalorian is willing to do anything in order to get Grogu back, including take off his mask. Now, we know that the Mandalorian, one of his biggest principles is never to take off his helmet, never to let anyone take it off, or never to let anyone see his face. But to save Grogu, he kind of compromised his principles and his morals, and he actually did that in order to get through the mission they had to get through. So we had the sniper. What's up, Val? So we had the sniper. We had you know, his friend that came through to help him, and they basically were able to infiltrate one of the bases in order to get. Appreciate that like, y'all. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all share the video. They were able to actually infiltrate a base with the help of Boba Fett. Boba Fett had the old school ship, which I know everybody liked that. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Frat? What's up, Juan? Oh, Juan. Shout out to y'all. APO, Founders Day. This is a drink for y'all, baby. So in any case, they were able to infiltrate successfully the base and blow it up. As a matter of fact, they end up letting go the prisoner that actually helped them this time around, and he was in a few episodes back, but yeah, it was actually pretty cool to see them working with Boba Fett again and all of that, and they actually came out on top. Right, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna let it lock just yet. I think I'm just gonna do the twist for right now, but we'll see, man. I've been wearing the fro for a while now, about 3-4 years, and I'm gonna see what else I'm gonna do with it right now. It's time for a change. But appreciate it. I'm gonna put down what's in it so y'all can make it for y'all Founders Day. But yeah, so basically the Mandalorian did was able to actually get the information he needed to find out where Grogu is. I think the next episode is the very last episode of the season. I really hope they get Grogu back. That's my homie. But they may leave it on a cliffhanger, you know, to get you to watch season 3. This season 2 has been good. We haven't been able to binge it like normal, and I know a lot of people have been kind of complaining about not being able to kind of binge it. But I liked it. I like the every week type thing. That way I can break it down for you guys every week, and we can do something different. What's up, Cortina? So we can break it down every week instead of having to binge and talk about all of it at one time. I kind of like the every week type of thing, kind of like I did The Boys. So I like it. I like it so far. So far, so good. I can't wait to see what happens in this very last episode. I'm wondering what Moff Gideon is going to reveal. I think there's going to be some type of special reveal on this last episode. And I saw somebody post something that said they think that Luke Skywalker is going to be the actual Jedi that reaches out and helps Grogu. I really hope it's not. I hope it's somebody else, to be honest with you guys. I just want them to get off that Skywalker, that whole Skywalker deal, man. I love Anakin. I love Darth Vader, especially in the comics. I loved his scene in Rogue One. I like Revenge of the Sith, the fight between him and Obi-Wan. But I'm really over the Skywalkers at this point. So I hope they kind of move on from that and then kind of keep going and moving forward. I honestly, what's up, Clarissa? I honestly think they are doing a really good job with The Mandalorian. I was going to stop watching Star Wars, to be honest, and somebody told me, hey, go ahead and just catch the first 2 episodes of The Mandalorian and tell me how you like it. And I've liked it ever since. So I hope with the new things that Disney is doing, because everything that's like Star Wars Rebels, the Clone Wars, and things of that nature that don't focus specifically in on the Skywalkers and Palpatine, even though they are side stories, I think they do very well. What's up, Marcus? So I think they do very well without the help of leaning on that Skywalker lineage or Palpatine lineage, kind of like the movies did, just kind of focusing on nostalgia. I hope they do better with that. Speaking of Lucasfilms and how the Mandalorian's been doing, man, I've been hearing some great things. So the investors meeting did happen last Thursday. I should have given you guys a heads up because it was a 4-hour investors meeting, and man, Disney dropped some great things. It's the best thing that I've been able to see since DC fandom. DC fandom was absolutely awesome. They had a lot of inclusive things with, Black Lives Matter, Black Girls Rock, international things. I love DC fandom, but man, this Disney Investors Meeting is definitely one of the big things that happened this year in 2020. One of the better things that happened in 2020. So, that's a good question, Marcellus. John, they did announce a lot, Marcus. I know lie. Hey, they announced so much. I know it was like 30 different announcements, and that's not even exaggerating. It was like 30 different announcements that they made. But Marcellus, to answer your question, I think Lucasfilms is gonna kind of hand the reins over a little bit. Jon Favreau is actually directing and helping out a lot with this Mandalorian series. And if you guys don't know who Jon Favreau is, he actually directed the first Iron Man movie, which, of course, we know kickstarted the MCU. In a lot of people's opinion, I personally like the Hulk better than Iron Man, but that's my personal opinion. However, that being said, Iron Man did indeed kickstart the MCU, and Jon Favreau had a lot to do with that. Actually, he's the one who did the favor and got Robert Downey Jr. to play that part, because if you didn't know, before Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was on an up and down on everything, and Jon Favreau, as a favor to a friend, got him on. He played Iron Man. He's the perfect Tony Stark, and there you have the MCU. Right now, he's in charge of The Mandalorian. He actually did do The Jungle Book, which is one of my favorite live-action Disney movies. Unfortunately, he did have a lot to do with The Lion King, which I didn't like so much. But I will say, hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, and he is doing his thing right now with The Mandalorian. So hopefully they have him involved in a lot of things to kind of answer your question, Marcellus. So instead of George Lucas, I'm hoping Jon Favreau has a lot to do with it, and they actually have a plan. Because I feel like with the last trilogy of Star Wars, they didn't have a plan on where everything was going, and that's why we got one thing set up. Then the second movie was good, but it had nothing to do with the first movie, and then the third movie was so much fan service, it was trash. So that's just my opinion. Y'all tell me how y'all like it. Make sure y'all share this video, by the way. But yeah, speaking of Lucasfilms, man, check this out. We got the Obi-Wan solo series coming out very soon. They're going to actually start on that on March 2021. I'm extra excited about that because Anakin Skywalker will be in it as well. So I'm pretty sure they're going to develop Anakin Skywalker as the hunter that he is in the comics. He went through everybody who survived Order 66. Man, Darth Vader was going out after him. So if you never read any of the books or the comics or watched Star Wars Rebels or anything like that, watch some of those or read some of those, and that'll probably give you an idea of probably what's going to be going on with the Obi-Wan series. Because even though they kind of sideline a lot of the books that came out, I honestly think that this is kind of going to follow that line. It's going to take place about 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So 10 years after Darth Vader first got his suit. 10 years after Obi-Wan unfortunately had to strike his brother down. And we're going to kind of go from there. I'm pretty sure Darth Maul, I think they're kind of hiding it, but Darth Maul has a really big beef with Obi-Wan, if you didn't know that. And I think they're going to actually have him in there in and out. So that's going to be actually pretty cool series. Rangers of the New Republic was another thing that was actually announced. I'm kind of interested on seeing what that's going to be about. Star Wars A Bad Batch, that's going to be another animated series. And like as I've described, I love Clone Wars. I love Star Wars Rebels. So their animated stuff is off the chain. So I'm probably going to give it a watch and try to give it a chance. One of my favorites, y'all know I made a drink for her. I am definitely going to make a video specifically for her. Y'all please get Rosario Dawson to check out the video. So I'm going to ask y'all to share once I make it. But I'm trying to get it perfect the way it looks. But Ahsoka is actually going to have her own series. I got extra excited about that. Man, she showed out in The Mandalorian. I loved her episode. I watched that episode like 10 times. No exaggeration. So yeah, she's gonna actually have her own show We're gonna actually have the Lando Calrissian. We're gonna have his own show. Rogue Squadron and Lucasfilm's actually over Indiana Jones. They're gonna have Indiana Jones 5. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not too excited about that one. Just to be honest with you, because Indiana Jones 4 kind of let me down. So I gotta be honest. What's up, Kevin? What's up, classmate? I'm not too excited about that one. I gotta be honest with you. Unless Donald Glover is coming back as the Lando in that series, I'm not too excited about that one either. But we'll see. So yeah, they had a lot of other things under Lucasfilms, but under Disney, we got Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. They're gonna be a live action. We got Peter Pan and Wendy. If y'all ever talk to me about Peter Pan, y'all know how I feel about Peter Pan. I think the best iteration of Peter Pan has been Once Upon a Time. If you didn't watch that show, go check out Once Upon a Time. Check out season, I want to say 3 or 4. I'm going to get back to y'all and tell y'all which season. But Peter Pan is not a good person. And in my opinion, I feel like he kidnaps kids. I mean, that's what he does. He kidnaps kids. But yeah, he's supposed to be getting a live action. Disenchanted is supposed to be coming out, so that's supposed to be pretty good. They do Indiana Jones marathon. That fourth one, bruh, man, that fourth one is terrible, Marcus. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. That fourth Indiana Jones is terrible. But yeah, moving on. They're supposed to be doing a Greek freak type show, probably more like a ESPN 30 for 30. Because you know ESPN is kind of tied into that whole Disney Hulu deal. So I think it's going to be probably something like that. But they're going to be doing that. And that sounds pretty good. I think I'll give that a watch. It's a pretty decent player. Decent player. It's one of the best players in the league. So I definitely give that a watch. We got Night at the Museum is supposed to be getting a series. So I'm for it. I'm for it. I like Night at the Museum. I like the second one. I definitely enjoyed both. So I'll give it a watch and see what it's about, and then let y'all know if y'all should go ahead and give it a watch or not. But we got a lot of stuff. Cruella is supposed to be coming out. What's up, cuz? What's up, man? What's up? Just discussing this Disney investors meeting, man. So we got Baymax is supposed to be coming out, which was based off Big Hero 6. My kids love Big Hero 6. And Baymax is basically the thing that his brother created. The main character's brother created, and he kind of kept his brother safe the whole movie. So I'm pretty interested to see what that's going to be about. We also got Zootopia Plus. Zootopia is one of the realest Disney movies that's ever come out. So I'm definitely excited about that. It's supposed to be a little series, maybe a one-off series. If it does well, it's probably not going to be a one-off. You know how money is. But Zootopia definitely tackled, in my opinion, racism very well. It was very well done. It wasn't too heavy-handed, but it definitely tackled racism, the predators being, in my opinion, black people in America, and the herbivores being the white people in America, and how they treat them different, how they always look at them as quote-unquote savages, this, that, and the other. But I definitely love Zootopia and its message, and I'll definitely give it a watch. Moving on to Pixar, man, I told y'all it was a lot of announcements. Man, they got Buzz Lightyear the series actually coming through. He's gonna be voiced by Chris Evans, so Tim Allen's not gonna be voicing him this time around. What's up, Fred? Tim Allen will not be voicing him this time around. However, Stan the Man, what's good, man? Appreciate you joining the live, man. In case y'all didn't know, Stan the Man is one of the guys that brought me through as an alpha. So shout out to you, man. Very successful man. Y'all follow that man's page. If y'all don't follow him, he's very successful. Definitely gives you a lot of tidbits on how to be successful. So in any case, moving forward, like I was saying, Chris Evans will be voicing Buzz Lightyear. And he's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a different feel than Tim Allen. Tim Allen definitely held that role down for the longest, and I'm good with his voice, but I want to see what Chris Evans does with I want to see what Chris Evans does with the whole role of Buzz Lightyear. I think he can pull it off. He's a pretty decent actor. If you haven't seen Chris Evans outside of the MCU as Captain America, check out Knives Out. It's a really good movie. Check it out. It's really good. It's a whodunit film, and just believe me. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. Hit me up in my DMs and tell me how you like it. What's up, Stan? So outside of that, Marvel Studios, man, made so many announcements. Of course, we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming out very soon. We got WandaVision. I think WandaVision is going to start right after the Mandalorian stops, and then right after that series, we're going to get Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to get Miss Marvel. That is not the Miss Marvel from outer space. We're going to get the Miss Marvel here. She's going to have her own series. She-Hulk got announced, and Abomination's going to be in there. Also, Mark Ruffalo will be reprising his role as the Hulk in there. So I'm very excited about those two squaring off against each other. Man, we got Moon Knight, the series. I think Moon Knight should be rated R. If it's not, I think it should be rated R. Any of my comic book fans know Moon Knight kind of gets down and dirty. What's up, cuz? He gets down and dirty, and it gets pretty interesting. So he's gonna have to be in that adult section of Disney Plus. Speaking of, Disney Plus did announce that they are gonna have an adult section and pretty much kind of separate from the kids section. I'm excited about that because that means they can bring in more Fox stuff. That means there's a possibility that they'll bring in the actual Deadpool movie. That way you can actually see it on Disney, the Disney streaming service. And then on top of that, I got you. No problem, Fred. Appreciate you. I got you. So basically we got that going on. And then, like I was saying, Moon Knight, I think it definitely should be rated R. That separation of the kids section and the adult section is going to be pretty awesome because since they did acquire Fox, 20th Century Studios, that means they're going to have a lot more, I feel like, rated R movies. That means Predators can now be rated R. That means Alien can now be rated R. Yeah, true. True that. Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all, Marcus. I don't disagree with you at all. But yeah, everybody needs to, I think Disney needs to go ahead and put that profile on there where it's kids only. And if they want to access the adult section, then it should be like maybe a 4-digit pin or something like that the parents can put on there for parental control. That way, us adults can watch the more adult type films like Deadpool and stuff like that. And maybe Deadpool will get his own series. That'll be pretty interesting. That way we don't have to wait on the Once Upon a Time in Deadpool. But yeah, some other things that they got: Guardians of the Galaxy holiday specials coming up. One of the things I'm really interested in is the What If series. What If is going to be so awesome. It's basically going to be, if you read comics, there's always a what if. Like Deadpool destroys the universe, the Punisher destroys the Marvel universe. All those are what ifs that didn't really happen in the main 616 universe, which is the main Marvel continuity. And so they do have different type of parallels, like the Ultimates universe and then these what if stories. I love the what if stories. I like that that's coming to life. So maybe they'll show a what if Captain America would have did the snap, or what if they would have defeated Thanos right then, or it's so many different things they can do with that. And then the cool thing about it is they can show you what would have happened without it messing with the main Marvel continuity. Another thing that I'm excited about is Secret Invasion. That's going to be starring Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury. I'm super excited about that because I thought Secret Invasion wasn't going to happen because of the way that they played the Skrulls for a laugh and how they had them being the good guys. That was a great twist, but I thought we were going to kind of miss out on the Secret Invasion, which is a wonderful storyline that actually happened in the comics. Secret Invasion basically put where the Skrulls, of course, if you saw Captain Marvel, they can transform into any person and have their memories for, up to so long. And the cool thing about that is they planted Skrulls in different positions. They were kidnapping heroes. And so when everything started coming out, the heroes couldn't trust each other because they didn't know if it was a Skrull or not, because they knew what the heroes knew. It was absolute awesome thing in the comics. They even played it out on the what's up, Fred and classmate? What's up, Kyle? But yeah, they even played it out. If you ever watched the Avengers Assemble, that's actually on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it, please go check it out. They actually have a version of the Secret Invasion on there for about a season. It's actually absolutely awesome, and they're gonna actually play that out in live action. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that. Talos is going to be returning, and of course Samuel L. Jackson is going to be returning. So I think that's going to have a lot to do with the whole sword thing. And like I said, I can't wait to see what exactly happens with that. We got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium that was announced. I know a lot of people were a little bit down that Cassie Lang got recast. She got recast with the girl that was from Freaky. I did a little bit of a small review on Freaky. I'm going to do a full review on my channel. But she's actually really good. She's very athletic and whatnot. I'm thinking that's why they picked her. But I really did like the girl that played the grown-up version of Cassie Lang. And I think I'm going to be a little bit... What's good? What's good? What's up? What's up, Drew? I think it's going to be a little sad to kind of see her go because she was in Endgame. She did have that emotional connection with Ant-Man. But they recast her. And, you know, this is the way things go, unfortunately. But... still, I am excited on the upside of things. Mr. Majors, Mr. Lovecraft Country himself is actually going to be coming over playing Kang the Conqueror, which if you don't know who Kang the Conqueror is, he's an awesome villain. I think he is Thanos level of dangerous. He could be. He has a little bit, he's a little bit better at heart than Thanos is in the comics. But it's going to be very interesting to see how Ant-Man and the Wasp actually square off against Kang the Conqueror. That's going to be very interesting. And I wonder how they're going to actually have time travel involved in that because that's his whole thing. Kang is the conqueror of time. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to play out. Spoiler alert, he actually is related to Reed Richards, like his great-great-great-grandson or something like that. So in one of the comic book storylines. So that's actually going to be a cool thing to see play out, and maybe, just maybe, that's how they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four. I don't know. Just throwing out theories. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and also on YouTube once I post it on there. Let me know what y'all think about the theories if y'all missed anything. The Eternals is going to be coming out soon, and we're supposed to already had the Eternals. Unfortunately, COVID-19 pushed a lot of things back, but I'm definitely excited to see what happens with the Eternals. I know a lot of theories are saying that they're going to be, the Eternals are going to be introducing the X-Men and whatnot. Maybe they can actually introduce and redo the Inhumans, because the Inhumans was done so terribly, unfortunately. It was supposed to be a movie, then it was made into a show, and it wasn't that great of a show. I gave it a watch. I got through the first 4 episodes, and I was just like, nah, it's not for me. But, you know, everything can't be a home run, but maybe the Eternals, because they do have a little bit to do with the Inhumans, maybe they'll reintroduce the Inhumans and get it right this time around. Another cool thing about that, though, is that is a way that they can segue into the X-Men. However, that being stated, we got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That's going to be piggybacking off of WandaVision, because WandaVision is going to have her own mind thing going on over there, and it's going to lead into the Multiverse of Madness. What's up, Deanna? Long time no see, homie. But yeah, that's going to actually lead into Doctor Strange. Wanda will be in there. The Scarlet Witch will be in the Multiverse of Madness. And the cool thing about the Multiverse of Madness is it opens up so many possibilities. But the bad thing about that is it makes for a lot of lazy writing, because I can just explain anything that happens or retcon anything with the multiverse. Well, this is why it happened, because of the multiverse. Like, kind of like DC did, introducing the multiverse or all of those into the Flash and all of that. How they did all of that with the Flash, the Supermans, the Supergirl. All of those were in like one whole movie, one whole show thing going on. So now they can explain everything away by saying, hey, it's just in another pocket dimension or another Earth. So that's how I think Marvel's going to do it this time. I think Marvel's stealing from DC in that respect. What's up, Victoria? But yeah, so that's the cool thing about it. That's the cool thing about it. Hold that thought. I told you guys this was going to be a little bit of a longer one because they had so many announcements. Um, right, that's kind of like lazy writing. So I'm like I said, I'm just interested to see how they're going to do it, and I hope they don't lean on it too much. But I am interested to see. I always know what I'm talking about. What you talking about, Tico? But yeah, so I'm thinking Doctor Strange. I was thinking that they were gonna do Brother Voodoo, however, or they were gonna continue with that Mordo storyline. I think Mordo's gonna show up. However, that being stated, I think the villain is supposed to be Nightmare, which is gonna be interesting in itself. He's like he's over the dream realm, and he's a pretty tough opponent for Doctor Strange. Not as tough as the last villain. However, I think he's going to be more interesting to go ahead and stop. As a matter of fact, since he can enter the dreams and whatnot. So I'm interested to see how they're going to actually play this Doctor Strange movie off. The last one was pretty decent. I wouldn't say it was the greatest masterpiece, but the last one was pretty decent, and I like the way they did the whole Mordo and the Time Stone and all of that. So that's actually pretty good. Now, speaking of Doctor Strange, that actually leads me into the Spider-Man thing. Man, look, check this out. Spider-Man has so many announcements over the last 2 weeks, and they haven't even really announced the Spider-Man 3 movie yet. Normally, Sony does that a few weeks. You think so? That would actually be pretty cool, Tico. That's actually something I hadn't thought about. But that would be pretty cool if they made Mordo the version of Dr. Voodoo instead of like making them make back up. Because right now Mordo is on a tear. He's stealing everybody's powers right now. But I think that would be cool, like if something happened to Doctor Strange in this movie and Mordo took up the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme as brother. That would be pretty cool. I'm not mad at that theory. I'm not mad at that. But moving on, Spider-Man, so many announcements. We just got an announcement that Sandman's going to be reprising his role, and also the Green Goblin's going to be reprising his role. And I'm like, dude, this is somebody posted this is going to be Spider-Man Endgame, because I'm thinking Into the Spider-Verse type movie, but right now, man, they got so many characters, man. It might as well be Spider-Man Endgame. I just really hope it's not overstuffed like the second movie with Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man, and then of course Spider-Man 3 was super overstuffed with the Sandman, the Green Goblin, and that shoehorned in Venom, which that was trash. And Sam Raimi already said, hey, that was trash. But I think Sam Raimi is actually going to be helping out in this movie. Hopefully he can balance it well enough, and Kevin Feige kind of helps out. But we got all three Spider-Mans that are supposed to be in the movie. We got Daredevil that's in talks of being in the movie. We Charlie Cox is supposed to be reprising his role as Daredevil. We got Jamie Foxx reprising his role. We got Alfred Molina reprising his role as Dr. Octopus. I'm sorry, Jamie Foxx as Electro, if y'all don't know. Man, we got so much. And then on top of that, Doctor Strange is supposed to be somehow involved in this movie. So I don't know if they're going to piggyback off of... What's up, Jericho? I don't know if they're going to piggyback off of the Multiverse of Madness and go into this Spider-Man movie, a.k.a. Spider-Verse, a.k.a. Spider-Man Endgame. But, man, it's supposed to be so many people coming back. But the cool thing about it, I saw a theory. Now, you guys know his best friend, Ned Leeds. He's actually the Hobgoblin, right? Well, his character in the comics is actually the Hobgoblin. So I'm curious to see if they're going to have a version of Ned where he's actually the enemy of Spider-Man, and having Spider-Man actually have a conflict on fighting him because that's his best friend. So, yeah, Ned did lose. I don't know if y'all seen his recent pictures, but he did lose a lot of weight. He's looking pretty nice, jacked and whatnot. So he might be getting ready to play that Hobgoblin role. What's up, Candace? But I'm extra excited to see that kind of play out because they're supposed to be best friends or whatnot. And having Ned, which is basically his man behind the chair, basically his eyes and ears, you know, Ned is a genius. He actually surpassed Tony's little locks on the Spider-Man suit so Spider-Man could have more control of his suit. So it would be interesting to see if Ned actually faces off against Peter and he knows everything about his tech. Now, a lot of these, another thing I saw, of course, I watch a lot of things, a lot of theories and whatnot, but somebody had a theory that it would be crazy if the whole time Ned was secretly jealous, because he has said a few jealousy type things, but it's all been played off as a joke. But if he ends up being the Hobgoblin, I think we'll be able to go back and look at those two movies and be like, dang, he was real deal jealous. So, like I said, I'm very interested to see how this Spider-Man movie is going to play out. I really hope it's good, because everything that's been announced, whew, it's like one of those Scooby-Doo sandwiches, man. It's tall. It's a tall order, but let's see how we can get it down. So that's what I got on there. We got Black Panther 2 was announced. Now, the big announcement for Black Panther 2 was that Chadwick Boseman at this point will not be recast. I know a lot of people have some interesting feelings about that. My personal opinion is, as long as the story is written well, I'm okay with it. As long as the story is written well, I'm okay with it. I know they're really trying to give people time to breathe with this whole Chadwick Boseman passing away type thing so suddenly. You know, of course, rest in peace. But it's going to be interesting to see what goes on. I know a lot of people are not too happy about the whole, hey, we're going to make Shuri the Black Panther at this point. But y'all got to know, Shuri was the Black Panther in the comics. Now, he did train her up until this point. She wasn't as oblivious as she is in the movies about being Black Panther. She's not oblivious. She's actually very smart, one of the smartest people in the MCU. But what I'm saying is, what's up, LaKendra? What I'm saying is, she's not, I don't think she's trained to be the Black Panther like he was. But it's going to be interesting to see. Plus, she's going to have to rely a lot on tech, because you remember, Killmonger burned all the herbs, so there's no more herb. There's no more herb as far as we know, unless they have this little pocket. Of course, you know, you can write anything these days. But for all we know, all the herbs are gone, and it's going to be interesting to see her as Black Panther. Maybe she can be the forward-thinking Black Panther, relying more on tech, letting kind of bring in a new era. Now, we do know there were a lot of people who were not ready for that. M'Baku included. He was not ready for all the technology that, you know, Shuri brings to the table. However, that being stated, maybe Shuri is what they need to push into the new era. Now, that being stated, I haven't seen who's gonna be the villain yet. However, if they do the Namor thing, that's kind of gonna be pretty cool, because it would make T'Challa be the king of the dead, which, I mean, that'll be some nice storytelling to show that, you know, he's the king of that realm. That's a way to keep Chadwick Boseman here but not here. That'll be a cool thing. But if they do the Madam Slay character, which she has control over jaguars and stuff, and at one point had Killmonger revived with the help of the Shang-Chi villain, the Ten Rings guy. Somebody help me out. I already know this. I already know that. I already know this. Come on, cuz. You ain't got to get on here like that. But anyway, it'll be pretty cool to see if Killmonger is revived with Madam Slay character, or if they do the whole Namor thing, because they've been kind of hinting at that in the whole Atlantis thing, and have him be the king of the dead. So I think either way they go with either one of those characters, it would be pretty awesome. I don't think Kraven the Hunter is going to be, at this point, a good villain, but it's possible. But I'm thinking, I'm leaning more towards Madam Slay or Namor being the actual villain for Black Panther 2. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Remember, share the video. So, Captain Marvel 2 is going to be, was announced. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I didn't like Captain Marvel, the first movie. I'm not too interested in her character. They made her so flat and so powerful. I just can't get into the movie. I mean, it was okay. Samuel Jackson definitely pulled me into the movie. But, and Talos, and then the whole thing with the little girl and all of that kind of pulled me in. But Captain Marvel herself, that story and that line, the way they took it, I was definitely not interested in it. So not too excited about Captain Marvel 2. I'm gonna just move on. Y'all know my thoughts on that. It's just a boring movie. I'm sorry. Don't shoot me. But we do got we got Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that was announced. So James Gunn will be back for that movie. He'll be able to continue his story. I wonder how they're gonna switch it up, because Thor, Love It. Look, it's not. Brie Larson is cool with me. Don't get me wrong. As an actress, she's good. I even liked her in King Kong. She didn't even do that much in King Kong, but I liked her character better in King Kong, Skull Island, than I did. Shoot, I like Brie Larson in, and a lot of people don't know this, but in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I mean, she was awesome in that movie. She was Scott Pilgrim's ex, and I absolutely loved her in that movie. So it was pretty cool to see her in these different movies. I just didn't like her in Captain Marvel, Marcus. I'm sorry. I didn't like it, man. I didn't like it. But James Gunn is supposed to be back. So I don't know how they're gonna do the whole Thor thing, because he was supposed to be with them. And now that move, Guardians of the Galaxy got pushed back because they fired James Gunn. Then they brought him back, but then James Gunn had to do the Suicide Squad movie, which we'll get to in a minute, because they did announce that that's going to be coming out on HBOMax. The new Suicide Squad movie, James Gunn is going to be actually doing that. So he had to push back Guardians of the Galaxy, which was supposed to come out before. We'll talk about it in a minute. TJ, we'll talk about it in a minute, man. I'm thinking at this point, that they're going to have to change the story up just a tad bit, because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to come out before Thor 4, but now Thor 4 is going to be coming out before then. They did announce that Christian Bale will be playing Gore the God Butcher, which, if you have not read the story of Thor, man, Gore was a serious problem, man, in the comics. So that's going to be interesting to see. But Christian Bale, of course, they did it with the whole. I'm interested to see how they're going to play that out. I think he's a serious enough actor that he could pull it off very well. But yeah, man, Gore the God Butcher did go through murdering different gods. But let's be honest, Hela already did that for him, man. Hela came through and she kind of murdered all of Thor's friends. So I don't know if they're going to bring them back to get re-murdered or what's going to happen with that. But he's definitely a serious problem. He's definitely more of a threat than the previous villains of Thor. So I'm wondering how they're going to do that. Taika Waititi is going to be back on helm in that. And actually, Jane Foster will be back in this movie as his love interest. I don't know if they're going to write her like they did in the comics. In the comics, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't read this comic myself. I kind of got some cliff notes on it. But from what I understand, Jane Foster is found worthy, and she actually is able to lift the hammer and get all get all the powers of Thor. However, whenever she goes Thor and comes back to herself, she does have cancer, and the cancer gets worse every time she reverts back to herself. So that's actually interesting in itself. I don't know if they're gonna write that in after she went through everything in the second movie with the whole ether and whatnot. But like I said, I'm interested to see those two movies, how they're gonna play out, and move forward from there. So we got all those things going on with Disney, man. Those are the highlights that I found interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Anything that I missed, any theories that y'all agree or disagree with, let me know in the comments. Please share the video. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is, of course, I'm going to touch on it one more time with Warner Brothers. The Suicide Squad, again, will be coming out very soon. Of course, that's going to be introduced on HBO Max as soon as it comes out. Wonder Woman is coming out next week. So that's going to be our Christmas gift from HBO Max. We will be able to see Wonder Woman. I will be talking about it. Monster Hunter is coming out this Friday. I'm going to actually check that out, let you all know what I thought about that. With Mila Jovovich. Forgive me. But yeah, the chick from Resident Evil, she's going to be in it. T.I. is going to be in it. A few other people are going to be in it. But I'm going to check it out and let you all know what I thought about it. Y'all know I'm always on the movies. And that way y'all can see, if y'all want to go ahead and check it out or not. But yeah, Warner Brothers did drop a small clip, very small clip of King Kong versus Godzilla. And what interested me about that whole thing was, dude, King Kong had it seemed like a collar. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I might do that, TJ. I might live stream it, man. We can watch it. We can all watch it. Have a watch party. But man, dude, King Kong had this collar on. It seemed like, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be saying that they're using that to control him or what's going on with that. But I'm interested to see what makes Godzilla and King Kong square off. From what I understand in the movies and the movie leaks, because it's supposed to have been out by now, unfortunately, and they had a whole bunch of toy leaks and all of these things happen. But yeah, watch party. I'm thinking about it, cuz I'm thinking about it. We might do that. We might have to do that for real for Wonder Woman. We might do it for Monster Hunter as well, but for Wonder Woman on Friday, we might do a watch party, man. Next Friday, but that'll be on Christmas, guys. So it's coming out on Christmas. So y'all just let me know what y'all want to do. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this King Kong versus Godzilla plays out, and what's gonna actually. They're supposed to be facing off against another monster or another kaiju or something like that at the end. So from what I hear, there definitely is going to be a definitive winner, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. So we'll see, man. I'm really interested to see what's up, Miss Wilson. Congratulations, by the way. But I'm really interested to see exactly what goes down on this King Kong versus Godzilla. If you watch the old one, it was terrible. First of all, it was terrible, and man, King Kong and Godzilla eat a tree. It was absolutely terrible, but it was great. My dad watched it with me. I watched it with my granddad, as a matter of fact. So things I'll never forget. I was definitely interested at the time at the fight, and from what we saw, King Kong won. For all intents and purposes, he got struck by lightning, and at that time, that powered him up. But I'm interested to see how they're going to play this one out. But yeah, we'll see. They say it's supposed to be a definitive winner, so I'm like I said, I definitely am interested to see. But yeah, Warner Brothers is supposed to be dropping all this great stuff. Man, Mortal Kombat, definitely. Somebody told me Mortal Kombat got canceled. I don't know why they told me that, because it's not. It's definitely coming out. And it is getting a R rating, so we will more than likely get to see great fatalities, a lot of blood and gore. I'm super hyped. I like the first movie. The second movie they could have kept, but I definitely like the first movie. I think this movie is gonna be doing well. I wish they could have done this earlier, so my homie Michael J. White could have played Jax like he did in the series, but unfortunately that's not gonna happen. What's up, guys? What's up? Appreciate y'all joining. But that Mortal Kombat movie is gonna be awesome. Y'all mark my words, it's gonna be one of the best movies of next year. It's supposed to be coming out on HBOMax as well. I want to say in April. Don't quote me on that. I will find out and give y'all the information for sure. But that new Mortal Kombat is gonna be absolutely awesome. Warner Brothers Studios facing off against this new Disney movie is going to be absolutely awesome. I still think that if there are a lot of a surge of subscribers for HBO Max because all the movies are going to drop this year, I think Warner Brothers is gonna stick to this model. I think it's gonna pay off for them. And honestly and truly, I feel like if they can make money off of it, mark my words, if Warner Brothers does well, Disney's gonna start following the same model, and AMC is gonna AMC is gonna suffer for it because they're alienating a lot of people. You know, they got into it with DreamWorks and Universal over the whole Trolls thing, dropping on video on demand and not going through AMC first or whatnot. And now they have their words to say to Warner Brothers about doing the announcement that they're dropping a lot of things on HBOMax. But if HBOMax and Warner Brothers does well, I'm telling y'all, mark my words, Disney's gonna do the same format. They're just not gonna do it how they did Mulan. I think the thing with Mulan, nobody really wants to pay $30, but I gotta tell y'all, Mulan was supposed to be a big blockbuster hit, so that's why they tried to charge $30 for it or whatnot. But with anything, the Croods did well in the movie theater, so that may keep AMC alive for right now. But Warner Brothers is looking at the things like Tenet and how that did not do very well. That was supposed to be a blockbuster box office hit, and for all intents and purposes, money wise, it didn't do that well. Tenet is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. First three people, Mulan was good. I don't disagree, TJ. It was good. It's just that a lot of people didn't want to pay the extra $30 for it on the Disney streaming service. But like I said, if the Warner Brothers brings in a lot of subscribers because they're dropping new movies on that day, and I don't know if they're gonna like leave it on there or if it's just gonna be that day it comes out, they're gonna drop it on HBO Max. I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna do that, but you waited. I did not wait, but hit me up in my inbox and I'll show you a few things, man. First three people that hit me in my inbox, I will show y'all how to watch the newer movies a little bit quicker and a little bit better. But in any case, a lot of people didn't want to pay that extra money, even though, if you think about it, if you have more than 4 people in your house, you're basically getting a deal. It was $30 extra, it was $29.99. If you have more than 4 people in the house, like I do, I used to take the kids to the movies all the time, and trust me, it's $50 off the bat. Just my youngest son he's a little bit too old for me to tell them that he's under the age to pay. So a lot of the people. The cool thing was the people at Regal. I came so often, they knew me, so they let them go ahead and get in for free. But the thing about that is, man, like I said, just taking the 3 amigos and me, and now I got some extra people to take. Man, that's $50-$60 off bat. I'm happy to pay $30 for Mulan on Disney Plus or however they're gonna do it. However, that being stated, I think the safest thing to do right now, because so many movies are being pushed back because of the pandemic, they have to get those movies out somehow. I think Warner Brothers is doing a good thing by at least dropping it. I don't know if it's going to be for the weekend or that first day or however they're going to do it, but I don't think it's a bad thing that they drop it same day, then just take it off maybe the next day or the next 2 days and say, hey, you missed your window, you could have seen it the first 2 days, and just have that model. And then I think their subscribers are going to bump. I think Disney is going to follow the same model, and those other streaming services are going to start picking up more subscribers because they're going to start doing it too. So Warner Brothers is taking a chance with this, just like Netflix. They took a chance with the whole sending out DVDs and becoming a new streaming service, but that became the model, man. They put Blockbuster out of business. Who didn't remember going to Blockbuster and renting a movie or waiting that day to get a movie or a game? And now you can stream it easy, and Netflix was the one who kicked the door open for that. So maybe HBO Max will be the one that starts off on a new path to watch movies a little bit more safely within this pandemic, especially here in the U.S. Everybody else's numbers are kind of dwindling down. We're still kind of going up. So hopefully things will be a little bit safer with this thing. So guys, that is all the news. I appreciate everybody that came through, man. This is my longest live. I told y'all it was going to be a little bit longer because of all the news Disney dropped. You guys let me know in the comments how y'all liked it. Please, I will, if you missed anything, this will be on the YouTube channel, Drink More Coffee. Please go subscribe, hit the little bell button. That'll let you know when I'm dropping new videos that have new drinks like this. New drinks, new reviews for movies, and of course my Facebook Live. This is my 9th episode. Every episode I get a few more views. You guys please share the video. Y'all are helping me out a whole lot. I am now on TikTok. Yes, Robin, every Wednesday at 8, I will be here letting you know what's going on in entertainment news, TV shows, and movies. So y'all just join me here. TJ, please don't make fun of my hair no more. I appreciate it. Y'all see, I had to wear the Marvel shirt because of all the news that dropped, man. Disney killed it, man. Disney definitely waited till the end of the year. They held everything close to the vest, but they definitely killed it with their Investors Day meeting. And look, man, DC fandom, Disney. Man, I don't know, guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, Drink More Coffee on the YouTube channel. Every subscriber helps. Take somebody's phone, subscribe them. If you got kids, subscribe them. I don't put nothing lewd on there so the kids can watch it. Everything, man. Take everybody saying, subscribe 10 people for me. Appreciate it. Subscribe 10 people, and I definitely would appreciate it. But yeah, in all seriousness, this pandemic thing has been absolutely nuts. Y'all please stay safe. I love y'all. We have lost so many people with this pandemic. We have, you know, I had an auntie that got COVID, had a few family members that got COVID, and I know a lot of people don't want to believe that they have it, or they don't want to believe that it's that serious. But guys, please stay safe. I know it's been a crazy time. Y'all stay prayed up, man. If y'all need somebody to talk to, message me, man. I'll message back. I love you guys. I appreciate the support. Y'all hit me up in the comments. Please go like, share, subscribe, share this video. Love y'all. I'm out. This has been your favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee. I'm out.